Leaving Hurleston Junction, having come off the Llangollen Canal, we turn right and head south on the Shropshire Union Canal towards Nantwich, just a couple of miles away. Just to the northwest of the town is Nantwich Junction, now a busy basin full of boats. This is where the now abandoned Birmingham and Liverpool Junction Canal join the Shropshire Union. As the canal bypasses the town high up on an embankment, we pass over the Nantwich Aqueduct, crossing the Chester Road at the edge of town. A few miles further on, we pass through Hack Green Locks and stop for the night just beyond the top lock and adjacent to the site of the once secret nuclear bunker, which is now a Cold War museum. Its location is no longer a secret, as there seem to be plenty of signs along the canal advertising its location. Although it was closed while we were there overnight, I still had a walk to have a look at the site in some pretty awful weather. To Nantwich, and I think it's going to be a slow journey because there'll be moored boats all the way. We have a heron here. Oh, there he goes. best signets we've seen. We're at the first locks on the Shropshire Union, south of Nantwich, and we're going back up now. We've been coming down since Llangollen, and now we're going back up. And this is Hack Green Lock, 2 locks, and we're in the bottom lock. And I think after the second lock, the top lock, we're going to find somewhere to moor for the night. It's just after 4:30. We've tried to pull in further down, but there's a concrete edge to the canal which has got a toe on it underwater, so you can't get the boat right in. It keeps hitting this concrete edging, and there's no armco to put the pins in. Farmers are busy cutting the grass. We've seen lots and lots of fields of forage being cut all the way today, and they're expecting rain which is forecast for later in the week. In fact, we might get some tonight. So here we go, we're ready to go. That's where we are, and this is the last lock tonight. Just up here, about 200 yards out of the lock, there's some visitor moorings, and we're going to make use of that. There's the space we've seen. And we're not too far from the nuclear bunker, which is now open to the public. So whether we'll have a look at that or not, I don't know, but we're probably going to have a walk back here tonight, weather permitting, and just have a little bit of a nosy round. I'm out on the evening walk at the end of today, and it's turning to rain, so I'm standing under this canal bridge at the foot of the top lock at Hack Green, and you can see behind me steps up to the lock level, and also a ramp. Just checking there's nobody behind me. And the ramp is for the boat horses, and the building at the top by the lock used to be stables where they used to change horses at this lock on the flyboats, which used to run all night with perishables. So they change horses here, take the old one in the stable, bring a new one out and carry on. Because the flyboats used to run round the clock. And just to emphasise the history here, we've got a bridge protector with years and years of rope grooves in it, and that's where the ropes, the tow ropes, would drag, and they'd protect the brickwork on the bridge. I think you might have noticed. still spotted, but there's another one here, look. So the history of the canals, really, and the working history of the canals is encapsulated at this point, with steps for the boatman and a ramp for the horse. Yes, it's still raining. I was also going to have a walk to look at the nuclear bunker, which is located nearby, but I think I'm going to knock that on the head because of the weather. And that's where we are, at Green Lock number 1. That's the top lock, and it's raining quite sharply now. I don't like being to give in to the rain, but I don't want loads of wet clothes in the boat. I'll stand behind this wall and we'll have a look at the lock from above and the weir that takes the bywash. This is a bit of a picnic area for people, and it's also on the Weaver Way, and there's an interpretation board, but it doesn't say anything about the building being stables. It's all to do with the nuclear bunker, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on what your preference is. I just wipe the screen. And the nuclear bunker is there where the mast is. You can see like a corrugated iron clad building. I think that's the visitor centre. Obviously this was a secret site. It was actually built in the Second World War, it says on this board, and it was developed as a radar station intended to protect the strategic ports of Liverpool and Manchester. RAF Hack Green, a ground control interceptor station, was established in 1940, and most of the service staff were billeted in Nantwich. The Brine Hotel in the town was requisitioned, and the servicemen and women who stayed there made their way to the radar station by road or by canal, tying up in the locks at Hack Green. At the end of the conflict, the facility was converted to a Cold War role as part of the countrywide rotor networks of radar stations protecting the UK airspace against Soviet bomber and missile attack. In the 1960s, Hack Green became the Mersey radar northern sector, again ensuring the safety of both military and civilian air traffic flying over the Cheshire Plain. The radar station closed in September 1966. In 1983, the facility was totally rebuilt at a cost of £32 million and became the regional seat of government to be used at a time of nuclear war. However, just 9 years later, the changing world situation led to its closure, and it reopened as the Cold War Museum in 1997. Hack Green secret bunker. So with that chilling description, made even more relevant today, I suppose, I'll end this section by saying good night. I'm going to go in and get dry, get myself a glass of wine. Tomorrow we've got Llangollen and the Llangollen lock flight, so that's going to be a bit of a bruiser. Not for me, I hasten to add. Hopefully there might be lockies on, but Llangollen's quite a nice canal centre. There's a canal shop there, and the old warehouse and the old wharf. It's quite a historic canal site, really. So I'll say cheerio, and we'll speak when we get to Llangollen. I've decided, rain or no rain, I'm going to have a look at the bunker. There's a tractor coming full of cut grass for silage, so I shall let him go by.
We'll go and have a look just at the entrance. It's obviously not open now, it's 8 o'clock. Seems to be attracting some interest from these young ladies. Oh, the young gentlemen. Well, here we are, and it certainly looks rather Cold War in atmosphere. There's a big warning sign there, so I'm probably being filmed. I think I'm alright filming it. That's obviously a radar receiver. I imagine that used to rotate at one time. We've also got a Jet Provost aircraft, which is interesting. Yeah, and one or two. There's a field gun there or something. Hopefully I won't get arrested for filming. Blimey, to say this was a museum it's pretty forbidding, isn't it? Good lord. Razor wire on top of this chain link fence. It's like a prison. Yeah. It'd be interesting to go in and have a look, but obviously I'm not going to be able to get in at the minute. But at least to know what it looks like from outside. Yeah, there's the board. I'll take a photograph of that with the information on. But that's Hack Green, Cold War nuclear bunker on a rainy night in May.